In this episode, you'll see how brake discs are made. The brake disc is the most heavily loaded component of a car. It operates at temperatures of up to several hundred degrees Celsius and pressures easily exceeding a ton. The geometry, material composition, and precision of its production directly affect driving safety. In this episode, we'll show you the industrial production of brake discs, from the production of molten cast iron to the finished component, ready to be installed in the car. To do this, we visited the Wulkan Cast Iron Foundry in Częstochowa, which boasts a casting tradition spanning 130 years. Ready? Let's go. It all starts at a design studio, where the geometry, dimensions, and core type are established. Casting allowance is then applied to the finished model. What's also produced here are tools for the production of various discs. In order to obtain molten cast iron, an adequate casting furnace charge has to be prepared. This is performed automatically. A rail truck with a scale rolls up to containers with coke, cast iron, steel, pig iron, limestone, and alloy additions to collect the appropriate amount of raw materials. Roughly 360 kilograms of metal and 40 kilograms of coke. Next, the materials are placed in a cupola skip, which transports them to the charging door of the furnace. The cupola is the core of the plant. It's a shaft furnace, charged from above with layers of metal and coke. At the bottom, air is supplied, and the blazing coke melts the metal which flows down. The material leaves the furnace through a siphon, where the slag is removed and is transported via a pipe to ladles. The metal at the mouth of the furnace has a temperature of over 1,500 degrees Celsius. The furnace can melt over 90,000 tons of cast iron in a day, burning through 9 tons of coke. With no environmental pollution, dust removal efficiency at Wulkan is 99.9%. The ladles are vessels for liquid metal, from which it will be poured into a mold using a stopper system at the bottom of the vessel. This prevents any contaminants from entering the mold. The molds are produced from special molding sand by molding machines. Each molding machine can produce up to 320 molds per hour. A finished mold is moved below the ladle, where it's filled with cast iron. After the metal is poured in, the casting stays in the mold until it solidifies. When it has cooled down to a temperature of roughly 700 degrees Celsius, it can be knocked out of the mold. The casting is separated from the sand and further cooled down to a temperature of about 100 degrees Celsius in a special drum. The molding sand gets sifted out and transported via a system of belt conveyors for reuse. Next, the discs are moved to shot blasting machine, where they get cleaned. The casting is sent to a machining line. There, a robot operating the grinding section of the line, where the residue from the casting process is removed, starts its work. After the task is completed, it hands the product over to 2 CNC turning machines. First, they turn the external area, then the internal, to ensure the dimensions of the disc are correct. The third section consists of a measuring machine, which verifies the disc's dimensions. Next, there is a laser marking machine, which tags the disc, and a drilling machine, which prepares the holes for mounting screws. The next step? Balancing the disc, followed by immersing it in oil for damage prevention. Completed discs are passed to the visual inspection and packing station. Its efficiency? 450 brake discs in one shift. To finish off, let's stop by the laboratory, where the brake discs undergo a quality inspection. The microstructure, strength, hardness, and chemical composition of cast iron are tested here alongside the molding sand parameters. The dimensions of the discs are verified using coordinate measuring machines and other measuring devices. The inspection is meticulous, as Wulkan is a well-known brand, not just in Poland, but also abroad, where 90% of its products end up.